Taylor County was organized in 1878. The first county seat was Buffalo Gap, but the railroad missed Buffalo Gap. The county seat moved to Abilene on the railroad, and Buffalo Gap is a very small town today.
Buffalo Gap is actually quite a bit smaller now than it was at one time. One account of the town's history says there were lots of saloons and 1,200 swinging citizens in the early days. There are not that many people here now, and you won't find many saloons. But there are some very enterprising people here, making sure that visitors have places to go and things to do when they come to Buffalo Gap. For instance, there is an old church building that's been turned into a museum. It has an area called the Tumbleweed Diner, where meals are served occasionally by special request. And another corner has been set aside as the Buffalo Gals Saloon. It's called a saloon. It is where a group known as the Buffalo Gals perform.
Hey, hey, hey! Ah, yeah!
All of this is the handiwork of Ruby Purcell. Ruby had a beauty shop in Buffalo Gap for 20 years, and all that time she was collecting things. Now she's turned the beauty shop over to her daughter, and she has more time for her
relics of my mother's relics here that I've had for years, and I have my Cowpoke City here, which mostly came from the Ace Reed's residence. And then I have this Tumbleweed Diner that I had planned to serve meals only by a reservation. It isn't going to be a regular restaurant or anything like this, but if anyone would like a meal and have it by the lamplight, which would be very old-timey for them, or something very different, well then, if they'd let us know in advance, we'd be glad to do this for them. And then I have the Buffalo Gal Saloon over there, which I've included, just trying to make this as many different things as I can in this one building.
The church building was about to be demolished when Ruby discovered it. The steeple was already gone, and part of the roof was caving in, but she managed to save it. Next door to the old church is something Ruby calls Aunt Minnie's cabin. It is a new building, but it contains some old things that might have been found in a pioneer cabin many years ago. There's a little red schoolhouse, too. And Ruby is planning other things around her old-timers museum, including a buffalo trail, a little walk through the woods. And she says there'll be turtle races, too. Buffalo Gap is nestled among the oak trees between the hills of the Callahan Divide. There used to be a lot of buffalo around here, and where the buffalo roamed, the Indians found a home.
In the winter times, the Indians did migrate to this area and stayed in the area quite a lot. It's almost like an oasis in a desert. You come off of the hills to the north, and you're coming out from the west where there isn't any trees, and all of a sudden you're down in this little valley, and it's full of these huge oak trees.
It may not look like it all or even much of the time, but there is quite a bit going on in Buffalo Gap, and no doubt those 1,200 swinging citizens from an earlier time would feel right at home here, if only they could discover where all the saloons went.
Hey, hey,
Already?
Is that where we're going, to the saloon?
Yeah, we're going to.
I have some money in my hand.